Leicester, muni check, muni. One copy. Awe.
Talo hema, Yoshibeli Talo hema, Pijale Julambai.
Who's that guy?
You guys, chicken of TopCheri.
I just called up a tow truck and
We are not going to rob you. Relax.
I just want to know what the...
Give us a brief overview of the movie.
Life is what the movie is called. The movie was scripted in 2021, and then we had the script for almost like about 2 years, yes, 21, 22, and then last year, 2023, that's when we filmed it in January, and then this is a film that is based on a couple that is struggling through the tribes and tribulations of life in Namibia. And then, of course, it has to do with a little bit of patient killing because the lady cheated, but she cheated for a reason, because there's no money at home. She found herself not attracted though, but just giving an opportunity to this white guy. So a lot of things are mostly Namibian typical problems. No money, you are hustling to get end meet. And then at the end of the day, they have odd jobs. They don't have exact jobs like it's a monthly job, and then they are struggling to pay their rent and also to send their kid at school. So basically, it's a Namibian typical film. So life, it's a good movie.
Maybe the best way to describe it would say that it's an ordinary family in Windhoek, Namibia, specifically in Katutura. How do they live on the day-to-day basis? What challenges do they face on the day-to-day basis? And how do they navigate that? Basically, that's what the movie is all about.
Life is a movie about a guy and a lady that are struggling.
Basically just about life, things that's happening now.
Well, from my perspective, the overview is that I'm just like a foreigner in Namibia, and I'm a single guy, and I'm lonely, and I meet a waitress at a restaurant, and she's very nice, and I don't realize that she's already in a relationship, and I get into a relationship with her because she's already in a relationship. Things kind of don't go so well at the end.
Life is not a typical movie. It's actually a real life, based on a real life thing.
Okay, this doesn't seem like your typical genre. What drew you to this specific project?
I like action. I'm a guy who goes for guns, punches, blowing up things. So basically what this movie tells me is that I told myself, let me make an emotional movie. And let me tap into that industry. And definitely this movie is an emotional movie.
The entire story about life, the entire script, how the movie starts until to the end, I thought the story was compelling enough. I thought it's a story that was supposed to be told in this current Namibia.
I think it was the approach. I won't lie. I know I'm expected to give an artistic answer, but it was the approach. They approached me very well. I was like, you guys have so much faith in me. Let's do it.
What drew me was I had done this previous film with Mr. Paulus, and it was such a great time. And I just really enjoyed working with, Mr. Paulus and Mabuza, and so Mabuza and I have been talking for the past year about, working on such a project. And so I was just really excited to do it. I just feel really fortunate. So I was really looking forward to it.
What drew me to the project is the storyline. Yes, that's what drew me. The fact that it's Namibian will draw me to anything. I like local. Creativity excites me, and yeah, that's what drew me to it, yes.
The director called me up because I think he saw potential. He called me up, he's like, are you interested? Of course! I jumped on it and voila, there we are.
How was your experience working on this set opposed to other sets that you've worked on before?
Yes, this film had a budget of its own. And then it had also, meaning that budget also comes with a bigger crew. It comes with a crew that tells that these people are dealing with this, these are covers, these are DOPs, and I entirely did not film it. Most of the movies that I've done, I was the DOP as well. So we hired a very talented gentleman, Kebi Ashipala, who is well trained here in this country, Namibia, by College of the Art. Wow, great job from him.
The award-winning song you recorded with Tequila in 2010, Umotati Kalako, is featured in the movie. What inspired you to write the song, especially the catchy chorus with the words, "I just want to live my life"?
We listened to the beat first before we went to Kapana. So that beat was stuck in our head. So we had to go to Eat Kapana. On our way back to Eat Kapana, so everybody was gone. The initial idea was, it's an idea from somebody who shouted at Pomatara after we were provoked, because we were almost arguing back, like, you know, to whoever provoked us and so on. So this woman said, because she knew us most, because we always come by to Eat Kapana and so on. She was like more like stopping us, like not to carry on with the arguments and so on. It's like, oh, don't worry, guys. Some will wish you died, some will wish you well, and so on. So so when we came back to the studio, we listened again to the beat. So, and then I think Tequila was really like still furious, like, man, why can't these people just leave us alone? A person just live your own life like that, man. So I put the beat louder, like the volume higher and so on. So he started singing the chorus, like, I just wanna live my life. I just wanna live my life. And then I started responding, wanna live my life the best way I can. Then she started putting now things together, like the whole chorus together now. I just wanna live my life the best way I can. I just wanna live my life the best way I can.
A set where I actually enjoyed. Everybody was safe because we were mostly shooting night shots. I was feeling for them as a director, I have to make sure that everybody is safe. Everybody doesn't doze off because of their scene, it's very far. So I was coordinating, you know, it's a director, you have to coordinate between the light people, the producers, the executive producer who will tell you we don't have enough money, so you have to hurry up. It's a matter of, it's a beautiful set actually, that I can say.
I have worked with this specific director for a very long time. So all my movies I have always been with this director. The experience was so easy. He made my work so easy because he always know what he wants. And the fact that he liked to shoot from a storyboard, that gives you what authenticity. So I trust him.
I decided to record Tequila, the chorus, before you forget it. So she recorded the chorus, so we liked the chorus. Now it was my part now to put in the verses, so it has to play around with me. Now I have to now go deep in my thoughts, like, you know, whoever provoked me. So I started now having all these imaginations and started remembering what I've gone through, what I see my neighbors are going through. Yeah, that's how I came up with now. Oh no, okala ori now. We never did the doing you know, it's life in general. You know, when you are rich, when you have all this money, everybody follows you around.
Given that the limited resources, they made it look easy. Because we didn't need a huge crew. So they could do ABC here and other here. So there was no point for us to hire a lot of people because we already do not have money. Hence, these guys, the fact that they know what they are doing, it was amazing and it was great.
Well, the film is all about life. The song is about life. So the two collaborate and they get along.
Action!
Guys, I'm celebrating. Was that the one?
I was the one.
Thank you.
I think from the films that I've done before, I think with this one it was a more professional setup. It was a more serious setup with the whole. You have a script, there's a director, with the others, usually you just get your character, you're so, yo, this is the situation, let's go. But this one was a bit professional. It was.
Well, it's, everything happens pretty fast. So you need to be ready for the set. So you have to come to the set well prepared, and then things just happen very fast. You get a few opportunities to shoot your scene, and that's it. You move on to the next scene. So it was very organized, and things moved at a fast pace.
It was very, very easy for me because I'm used to it. It's not my first time.
This set was more emotional. It came with a lot of emotional weight, and just like detaching from the set itself into reality was kind of a bit challenging.
Okay, this is my first movie where, actually second movie, where I played not the main role, not the main actor of the movie. So for me it was easy because the lines were even small. I didn't have to say a lot. For me it was so easy. And working with Bloss, Delina, the whole optimistic people will always make it work easy for you, because imagine Delina can give you a script that's just simple. What's written is deep. So yeah, it's obviously they make my work more easy for me. So I enjoyed working on this set of life. I enjoyed it, and at the same time I also learned a lot in the process also as we are shooting.
How should I put it? Very talented actors, and it was a privilege working with them, starting from the director to everyone on set. So yeah, that was what stood out for me the most, the team.
It was very, very fun and very exciting because it was my first. I've never been on a real set with a director, camera, like a whole crew. So it was very, very exciting for me.
It was nice. It was sweet. For me, it was not challenging. It was a short role that I had to play, and being part of it itself was amazing because I was not just there for my role. I also had to come along, be helpful for the team as well in days that I wasn't acting. So it was really, really a beautiful experience.
Can you tell us a bit about your character and the role they play in the storyline?
Basically, it's just a young mother in the rural areas with her boyfriend, and I think they are both just trying to navigate life and just trying to see what tomorrow brings,
Right, good. Are you doing the reflector? Okay, good. What do you think of the set?
I'm suffering with these wigs. I'm suffering.
Is it day 1 or day 2, or what is this?
Day 2.
I don't know. He's single for whatever reason, possibly divorced. And he's lonely, and he's doing well business-wise, but he's a lonely guy, and he's a nice guy. He has a good heart. My
character is the struggle guy.
It's a guy that's a story back. We call him a story back.
Now listen here, young lady. This is not a cocoa shop. This is business. Your late coming is becoming habitual. Now you go out there and do your work because I'm not asking questions.
He's a big brother to the main character, Thomas. It's really a small part, but yet it makes a significant change to the story.
I am the CCTV of the location. If you want to know something, you come to me. Any story. Yeah, I'm that girl in the film, yes.
So I was playing as a gold digger, some would say a slay queen.
Umhore story, lief mense sa goede uit. My role was a typical lady that works in the salon, that sees everything that's going on and not really like to gossip, but she sees everything and she likes to protect her clients.
How was your experience? How was it working with different talents?
We had people that never acted before, and then we had the other side that are experienced. Because if you look at the combination between TopCheri, the main actress, and Master James Paulus, who played as Thomas, the character, totally there's a very huge gap there. Tiki, he's known by that, is the guy Topaz. He actually played in most movies. But we had a diversity of actors, especially the ones that are, like if you look at Master Kata, who played Master Mark Spencer, he was another character. He brought in, he also told me and said, Master Blows, I usually don't play emotional and lovey-dovey movies. I'm an action guy. You have given me into this role of a guy who has to be romantic and try to talk to. He was finding it difficult to get around some certain scene.
That's great, man. Just great, man. Just look around a bit. Just shake your head like, wow. Yeah, just look down on your meat and then you look up and then you, oh, come on, man. That's great, man.
Even up until where the wife was also calling to see, how do I have a romance with TopCheri on set? You see that? So actors were in different motion. Not everybody was on the same path. As a director, I have to put them in one line to act good for the camera. Yes.
You need to be that side. You need to be that side. Yeah. Everybody, get away there. Nobody should be there.
And you had a few co-stars, including James, Mr. Carter. What was it like working with the two of them?
It was a challenge because all three of us, we are legit different people, different mindsets, different energies. Like Mr. Carter, I constantly had to ask, are you fine? Like, are you there? But I guess that was just him. He's just not as loud as I am, I guess. But it was a process. But it was amazing getting to know them and fusing our different characters.
Well, yeah, I mean, I really like all those people. You know, Mabuza is my friend. You know, and I really miss him. You know, living over here right now. Mr. Bloss, you know, I love Mr. Bloss. You know, we've been staying in contact. You know, about this, you know, for like a year or so, you know. So Mr. Bloss and Mabuza are like family. TopCheri, I mean. When you say you love me, oh, I lied, oh, I lied. Said I love you too, but I lied. She's, you know, she's a Namibian star. And it's funny that my wife met her first. And did something with her. My wife has a shop and met TopCheri and was absolutely starstruck. And so I had already heard that she's a very nice person, and working with her was really great. She knows how to work in front of a camera, and she slipped into character so easy. So she's really professional, but she's also down to earth.
With Mabuza, it was very normal because we came long time ago. We shooted a lot of movies together. Master Kata, it was like a bit, but it's not the first time also. But it was okay. TopCheri, yeah, there was a struggle at the first, but later became used to each other, so it became just like normal. Tuli, small boy, but it's normal. He did it right.
We were really made to feel comfortable. So, and everybody kind of knew what they were doing, and everybody was working for the story.
It's actually laughing, man. I don't want him to be laughing. Okay. I don't want this guy to be laughing. Don't laugh.
As filmmakers, whether you are an actor, you are either a producer, director, or whatever, we are all working for the story. And the moment somebody is not working for the story, it can be seen on set due to the chemistry, and eventually it's going to come out on film when you're watching it at the big screen. So I'm so happy that most of my co-stars, or everybody, at least the one that I have worked with, we were all working for the story. And that makes it really easy for us to collaborate or to work together.
Tiki it's not the first time we worked together on Shortcut to a Briefcase, so it's not something new. I'm used to him, so we worked on 3 films together, so it was easy. Paulina, I was shocked. You know, films sometimes when you start, because when I asked her like, how did you get that right? She told me like, nah, I always check how people do movies and all that, and I watch a lot of movies, and I always wanted to be part of this. Luckily, I walked into this, and it was my first opportunity, and so yeah. And Masha also, wow, brilliant. She's good. She even did her lines fast. She's good. And when I asked her, she said that was her second production. So yeah, it's gradually you go learn with process, and in the process how to pull it off and all that. So I wish them all the best, man.
Because these are truly Namibian people. They're talented people. So in as much as I was learning from them, I was also getting to know them on a personal level.
As I said, very, 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 very talented actors on stage. Sorry, not on stage, on the scene. So they made it very easy. And I think our energy spoke.
So can you tell me what part of directing or producing this movie that you enjoyed the most?
I'm an editor as well, not just a director. I enjoyed the part of directing, especially the scene in the ghetto. That was, especially the whole scene just at the ghetto. And I'm a guy who likes scenery.
My favorite scene, I think, had to be the scenes where I had to get out of me completely, where I had to be like, they put a weave on me, some makeup, It was out of my comfort zone because I'm not a weave and makeup girl like that, but I was required to be like a girl,
It was just so exciting just to be with everybody and shooting another film. And I just knew it was going to be a great film, that Mr. Paulus has got here. On set, hanging out with everybody, little conversations, but, also trying to stay focused. It's kind of like an adrenaline rush, to be honest with you. It's like playing in a sports game. You're getting prepared, and I like that. I liked getting mentally prepared for a scene, and and trying to remember my lines and all of that. So all of that together, being with really cool people, doing something creative, and trying to do your best. That's what I liked.
My favorite scene is the scene where I'm walking the boy to school.
The bus scene.
My favorite scene was when the guy was hanging. I think the complexity of creating an illusion that somebody is hanging is what sort of left me in awe, and everyone was trying to work together or collaborate in order to make sure that this scene is executed in order to depict a truly Namibian story.
Can you also tell me about the challenges that you faced?
In any setup of a film or any setup of a project, there will always be challenges.
Producer, what happened?
Bang! I was a little bit disappointed because we had to start a little bit late, but we got the set under control. As long as we are not getting Jesus from heaven, we'll be fine.
Lunch will be at 2:30.
Thank you so much.
It's coming late, food being delivered late, actors complaining that the shots are taking too long, actors that don't know their lines. You as a director, probably you get a little bit of a blackout because you are shooting almost like the whole day. It challenges like also finances, colleagues that were not, some of them coming very late, a scene that has to be shot early in the morning while the sun is not out. People are coming around 10 o'clock, the sun is very high, it's burning, it's very harsh. So what you need to do now is compromise in post-production. So the challenges can be waved away, but challenges were there.
Number one is financial challenges. We would have liked to do more. We would have liked to create more magic, but due to financial means, the budget was limited. Sometimes when you have to shoot today, there is rain, and then that interrupts all continuity-wise.
Yes, I think the intimate scenes, it was just a bit hectic.
It was a moment when I was chopping the wood. That was a very difficult moment.
We really wanted to make sure that it's told from a Namibian perspective. So to truly bring those emotions to life, I think, was one of the biggest challenges in the film.
I won't really say challenges because my my scene was very short. I would say I was feeling a bit uncomfortable because it was my first time.
Maybe my second movie will give me a challenge, but this one was close to home. It's something I'm used to doing.
What was it like working with Mr. Bloss, the director of the film?
Yeah, man, if he close the door, he should actually be there. A normal door must be open. Don't close the door. Don't close the door. Let's close this one, my son. Even looking. Get this one. Gabi, what's up, man? This is Mabuza sitting on a director's chair. He's not supposed to sit there. That's actually me who's supposed to be sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually experienced him for the first time. And I kept saying, what? I thought I was a busybody. I thought he was very, he's here now, then there, then it's this idea, then change it, then. He's almost like me, he works almost like me.
If you know Mr. Bloss, working with him is always a lot of fun. Because he's spontaneous, you can learn from him. I love that you get to be always on your toes and that you are not rigid, you are in a very open environment and you can get to be yourself and explore different aspects of filming.
Mr. Bloss, the energetic one. When he's on set, he's everywhere. Energies. So yeah, he pushed us. He kept us going. And I always feel there's never a dull moment when working with him to say yes. Okay.
Yeah, that was actually one of my favorite parts working with him because he's such a nice guy. He's very bubbly. He takes his work very serious, but on top of that, he makes sure that you're comfortable, you know your lines, and everything goes smooth on set.
Leicester, Muni check, Muni. Don't check it.
Talo hema, yoshibeli shoye. Talo hema, pijale tulambali.
You guys, chicken of TopCheri.
I just called up a tow truck and
we are not going to rob you. Relax.
Hey, that is that. You people are all the same. You're just a bunch of thieves.
Let's make sure that we check live and let's support Namibian film. It's just the way forward. And please make sure you get yourself the ticket. Live is the best movie right now in Namibia.